tell you, part of the team.
Welcome to Tampa Bay. We buck 'em up when we raise the flag. Fire the cannons and seize the day. The crew's ready, all hands on deck.
What is up, everybody? You're watching the Loose Cannons. I'm your boy Sam. We're hanging with my boy Poppy Latte, and of course, half nude Stanker. And we're joined by Dr. Pless of Real Bucs Talk. Yo, guys, it's officially fuck the Saints week, right? Mm-hmm. Fuck them.
It is.
Fuck the Saints week. I don't give a fuck if they think we're their rivals or we're not. We hate them. They've been beating the living shit out of us for the better part of the last decade and a half.
Whoa!
Right? So we have every right to hate these fucks. Whether they're rivals or not, whether they consider us that, who gives a fuck? We hate the Saints, and it's fuck the Saints week. Before we get into all of that shit, the only place to watch the Saints and the Bucs is where, guys?
Penthouse.
Penthouse, baby.
Penthouse Gentlemen's Club. That's right. The Loose Cannons will be there. It's $40. Gets you in the door. Gets you your first beer or your first Bacardi specialty-based drink. And, of course, all-you-can-eat buffet. It might be catered by Winghouse. It might be catered by a local barbecue joint. Either way, it's all you can fucking eat during the entire game. And some sexy bartenders, some sexy servers, maybe a couple Penthouse pets, as they call them. It's going to be an amazing fucking atmosphere, but you guys have to register to get in. You can't get in at the door, and if you do show up and try to do that, they're probably going to charge you an arm and a leg. So you have to register. Check out the link at the top of the chat. It's pinned on top for a reason. Click that either now or by the end of the show. Register, get your name on that list, and get in. That also helps us get our head count so we make sure there's enough food for everybody, because I know a couple of you fucks are pretty goddamn big. Now.
Wow. Fat shaming the fucking chat room already, huh?
Okay,
Hey,
Karen.
One of the
Peloton,
coolest
Karen,
guys.
Ali.
One of the coolest dudes who hung out with us this weekend, Mike. He's a big boy. He knows he's a big boy. He's super fucking cool. He's awesome. I
What
love
are
that
you
guy.
talking about Mike like that for?
Yeah.
I'm
Bro,
not
he also-
saying it. I'm not saying it. He says it about himself. I'm saying
He's
fucking
also
awesome
one of the
dude.
sexy. He's also one of the sexiest men I've ever met in my
Exactly.
life.
That's what I'm saying. There's nothing wrong with it.
I don't. He fucking. I mean, he's a fucking G, bro.
He's
That guy's
awesome.
He's a G.
One of the coolest dudes I know by far. Now, Pless, you're supposed to fucking keep us on track with football bullshit and not, actual stuff like that.
Wait,
right?
before you hand it off to Pless, Sam and SoCal already gave us this money
Oh,
because
there
he
you
had
go.
something to say. He says, I'm at work. Here's a take. Either our boy Mike or Julio pull a game winner like Godwin's first ever career touchdown on New Year's Eve. Okay. I think that he's predicting one of them is going to do that. I like
That's
it.
his take. All right.
From work.
Pless, you've watched all the tape over the last fucking 10 years. You watched all the tape from week one. You know everything that's going on with every NFL team in terms of their nuances, what they like to do, what they don't like to do. You know this, right? Falcons played the Saints in week one. Falcons ran the fuck out of the ball against this team. A team that's supposed to have this amazing defense. Somehow the lowly Falcons, who are widely considered, bottom feeder in the league, maybe bottom 5 type team. What can the Bucs run the ball against the Saints?
They're going to have to. I mean, the Falcons were very physical. I mean, they were just beating them up, and that's something that the Saints have done to us over the last couple of years. Is just beat the shit out of us. Really, I mean, they've outmanned us, they've out-physicaled us, out-coached us.
Cheated as well. Lots of cheating.
That too, but yeah, I mean, the Bucs are going to have to run the football, and what I saw against the Cowboys was very impressive, and it was encouraging that we were able to stay committed to it, but also run it in different ways. So, yeah, very excited to see what they can do against the Saints. That's going to be the challenge. Can they run the football, but also can they incorporate those looks that they gave Dallas, but change it up a little bit with play action passing and be smart and stay ahead of the chains against the Saints defense? Because you don't want to be third and long situations. You want to, keep it manageable and continue to run the football at an effective rate.
Well, having the ability to run the football typically means that you're in the game, and your defense is also holding them to no points, because you're down 14-0. You're not going to get that. You're not going to be able to have that style of offense. We were able to do that against Dallas because they couldn't do shit against us defensively.
Yeah, no, agreed. It's complementary football. It plays on both sides, and you have to be smart in how you attack the opponent's defense. But again, going into it, it's just not a easy matchup for us. They play us very tough. It's a difficult team to go up against. Their secondary is pretty solid, and we like to throw the football. And when you can get them off balances by running the football, being effective at it, and then utilizing your play action passing game. And that's something that when you look at Atlanta, they did a lot of things with Cordero Patterson and then also Marcus Mariota running the football as well. We don't have that in Tom Brady. Tom's not going to be running the option out there. So we just have to be smart in how we utilize our game plan. It's going to be a big week for Byron Leftwich. He's going to have to incorporate some different looks as far as giving that run look, but throwing out of that formation. And there's a lot of things that he could go with. You could see Keith and Kate Otten get some passes this week, because it'll be the perfect setup if they run it right.
Coming off
How
of what they
about
did
how about
last week.
Rashad White
Yeah, Rashad White as well. We saw
lining up
some.
and then going out into the slot? I mean, how about that?
Yeah, we saw some 20 personnel, which was a lot of fun. Rashad White in the backfield with Leonard Fournette at the same time. So, yeah, I mean, those looks with Keith and Kate Otten and, having those, 13 personnel, whether it be 3 tight end sets or just having your regular I formation, this is the perfect time to run some banana 2Y spider, run that stuff with the play action.
Spider 2Y banana, please. It's not what you just tried to say.
There you go, Sammer. You got me right.
Thank you. Spider 2Y banana.
Hey, whoa! We don't
Exactly.
we don't want to get canceled, bro. Relax. Fucking pump the brakes, okay?
Oh, yeah. Still a
But
good play,
yeah,
though.
Spider 2Y banana where the fullback goes out in the flat. You have the tight end on the corner route. That's the play to have this week.
We didn't utilize the tight ends very much in the passing game this week, or last week, I should say. What Brady had
Yeah.
1 catch.
Yeah, it wasn't really necessary. I mean, again, we were controlling the clock. You're running the football well. We have to fix some things in the red zone, and that's where the play sequence and play action that comes into play. When they did utilize Mike on the fade again, that was beautiful. It worked to perfection. So
Poetry.
hopefully we see some more of that where they can utilize his size and ability. Julio Jones again being a factor. Yeah, it's I think there's just minor tweaks that needs to be made inside there, and again, it's all coachable and fixable. So we'll see what happens.
And
Dr.
watching
Pless,
that,
you got-
watching that game again. Sorry, in watching that game, I was just going to add something about when we was talking about Byron. In watching that game again, I noticed that Byron was starting to do things that we usually see from offensive coordinators who've really started to understand how to call plays, how to feel out games. He was starting to add wrinkles on top of formations and on top of plays that looked very similar to each other. You got the Julio Jones jet sweep, and then he has a play that works off of that. Then he has another similar play with Godwin, and he has another play that fakes that and goes a completely different direction. So going into a game where the Atlanta Falcons, they had over 200 yards rushing against the Saints, and of course, some of that came from Mariota, but Cordell Patterson went over 100 yards on like 17 carries or something like a very low number. So
Yeah.
considering how we ran the ball against the defense of the Cowboys, who I think is a much better defensive line, I mean,
Are they?
maybe I think they are. I think they're a bit more talented. There's maybe a little bit more age, I think, with the Saints, but
Oh, they didn't have 1 sack on Mariota.
exactly, that's what I'm saying. Like the Saints didn't look like what you would expect the Saints to look like, and the offensive line that the Falcons have is trash. You can't name a single guy on
Big
that.
time trash.
And they fucking
Who are you taking? Cameron fucking magician magic man Jordan, or are you taking DeMarcus Lawrence?
like
Huh?
they ran the ball down their throat, which is not what you would expect from that team against the Saints. So I think that bodes well with the Bucs. Now, does that bode well if we don't have Donnie playing at left tackle though?
It's gonna be interesting. I got it real quick though. Pless, Pelagic Computer with a $50 fucking super chat says, Dr.
Awesome.
Pless, didn't we see completely different run schemes against Dallas? Lots of OG pools, different sets than last year, etc. Wouldn't this be a good game playing against the Saints? More physical, less finesse. Saying this in my British voice.
No, that's awesome.
No.
Well
You
said.
can't answer that unless you're speaking. Answer it.
You can't do it unless he wants you to respond in your British voice.
Yeah,
I think.
Give us your natural British voice, please.
Give us your best.
I can't do British guys. I'm not British. I don't know where the British thing came from, but
You're acting like Peter Parker. Like we know you're British, dude. Just
I'm not British. Peter Parker's not British either. He's American.
No,
so-
you're acting like Peter Parker, like you're hiding your
I don't know
true
his-
identity.
You're,
No,
you're
no.
hiding your abilities.
and I don't know that guy's fucking name, so I'm calling him Peter Parker. Okay, whatever that actor's name is. Go ahead.
But yeah,
British.
Peter and Pelagic is right on the money with the offensive guard pools, and Shaq Mason and Luke Giddicky. The athletic ability up front is a lot better than what we had last year. I'll say that very confidently. I mean, when you look at Shaq being an upgrade over Alex Kappa, and then Luke Giddicky and Robert Hainsey, their athletic ability to get downfield.
Bob Hennessy, by the way, not Robert Hainsey. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Gotcha, Bob Hainsey. Yes,
No, Bob Hennessy.
Hennessy.
Bob
Okay.
Hennessy.
Got it. Yeah, they do a very good they do a very good job of getting out in front and pulling and blocking. So yeah, the scheme is more diverse. The wide zone runs with the shotgun runs as well, running out of shotgun and I formation. It was just a lot of different variations, and they did a great job of utilizing that.
What the fuck is going on with Bucs Nation, Sammer, Stank? What the fuck? First, you said earlier the comment about Brian Shaw said he's going to stop being a Bucs fan.
Yeah.
Now he comments again. No Saint. Yo, what are some good Saints podcasts to listen to in case the Bucs lose again? Wait, what? That is the definition of Little Deck energy. If you're going to go be a Saints fan, if we lose, get the fuck out of my goddamn.
He is a
podcast.
Saints fan. He
Leave.
is a Saints fan.
Number one. Number two, the
Yeah.
best Saints podcast. You're watching it, baby. I mean, we got more Saints fans watching us.
Yeah.
And fucking, it's incredible.
What is that
It's
thing on their
incredible.
helmet called, Stanker?
Fleur de lis.
Loose
Lis.
Fleur de Lis, whatever the fuck it's called. That's what the name of their show would be.
Oh,
Loose
wow.
or.
Then he
I'm
said
gonna go with
that,
it.
the Saints D line is scarier than the Cowboys. Okay.
They
DeMarcus
couldn't
Lawrence,
tackle Cordell Patterson, who's a fucking wide receiver playing running back. I mean, what are you gonna do when you see a guy
who's
like Lenny?
39 years old, by the way.
Thank
Who's
you.
39 or something.
What about Lenny? Lenny's a fucking beast. He's a fucking man out there amongst boys, basically, when you see the way he runs. I mean, you got to tackle that guy. You can't fucking tackle Cordell. The fuck, man? That's what I'm saying. I feel like we have a pretty good recipe of what the Bucs can do against this team, considering the Falcons, the shitty fucking Falcons who can't close the door and anybody did it.
It's a unit that's been together for a while, but again, I wouldn't say it's more dangerous than what Dallas can present with Micah Parsons and company. When you look at, Cam Jordan's not the pass rusher that he used to be. Still a viable option, but he's not that guy that's gonna, take over a game. I think him against Tristan Wirfs obviously will be a great matchup. Hopefully Tristan can make him his little bitch like he has done in the past. And then you look at Marcus Davenport. Okay, again, I think their best player is the inside defensive tackle, Omanyata, David Omanyata.
Mm-hmm.
He's really good. Other than that, I mean, no one that really scares you. The main thing you have to watch for is DeMario Davis on the linebacker blitzes. He's really good at that. So
Here's the deal.
not scared of it, though.
It's fuck the Saints. Here's the deal. All right, I can't anymore. Okay, I'm not feeling 100%. Okay, I'm feeling 100%. I'm a little triggered. A lot of Bucs fans, a little dick energy. Here's the fucking deal, Pless. We're gonna win this game old school style. We're gonna win this game old school style. The same way we went into that stupid, shitty fucking stadium, that stupid dome, fucking smells like piss. The disgusting fucking place. The same way we went in there and ended Drew Brees' fucking career. Is the same way we're gonna go this week. Okay, we're gonna go in with big energy on defense. We're going to win this game on fucking defense. There might be a pick six. There might be a fumble picked up, recovery for a touchdown. They're going to fucking hit Jameis. If they couldn't stop the fucking Atlanta Falcons defensive line, what the fuck do you think is going to happen with this front seven? That's what's going to happen, okay? Slant Boy's back. Did you see Carlton Davis kind of laughing? Like, you say things on social media, you get emotional, but hey, he doesn't fuck with you, Slant Boy. He's going to shut that shit down. Olave, on the other hand, be careful. Let's not get too aggressive and let it get behind us because Jameis will fucking let it go. We know that. But if we do our job, we get to our landmarks, we play disciplined and not fall for one of those stupid fucking trick plays that the Saints always hit us with, we're going to be fine. Just fucking pound the rock with fucking Lenny and play goddamn defense. That's fucking it.
If you take away a 57-yard run last week by that make-believe quarterback who's actually a tight end, they are under 100 yards rushing against a pretty sorry fucking Atlanta Falcons defense. And then on top of that, the Falcons defense got 4 fucking sacks against that offensive line that's supposed to be so goddamn good. I'm sorry, defensive line of the Falcons.
What? Their offensive line is not supposed to be good. Their offensive line is a liability.
My point is that the defense of the Falcons is not even in the same sentence or paragraph as the fucking Bucs D line. And They got 4 sacks, and they held them basically under 100 yards. I mean, you take away that one fluke run, it's not. They didn't do shit against them. Nothing.
You can't play. It doesn't matter how the Falcons fared against them. This is us against them. You can't project the Falcons' success, and that automatically mean that we'll be successful doing it.
That's incorrect, though. It gives you clues. It tells you what you can attack. Yeah. If you know that this team doesn't do well against so-and-so, you know what you go in game planning to go at with.
Well, you already know what our game plan is. It's going to be exactly what we did against Dallas, and we need to do that because
we need to punch them in the mouth on both sides of the ball. And but they got punched in the mouth by the Falcons for the better part of the game, 3.5 quarters basically, and then they came back and it's just the Falcons being the Falcons because that's not a good team. So a good team is going to close that game out, just like what happened
Brian Shaw
with the
finally
Steelers
made
and
a
the
good
Bengals.
point. Brian Shaw finally made a good point. The Falcons stopped being aggressive. They stopped blitzing.
Right. Yeah, they try to sit on. They try to sit on their lead.
Yeah, they try to sit on it, and you can't fucking do that. Jameis was
safe as death. It happens every year. Teams always try to fucking do that shit. That's why you got to respect a guy like Belichick, who when he's up by fucking 21 or 28, he's continuing to go out and try to score more points. Because you try to sit on that lead in this fucking league, it's over.
Yeah, but even besides that, though, the Steelers and the Bengals, for instance, we were watching that game, and I kept saying the Bengals are going to win this game. Because the Steelers, they should be up 17, 20 points, but they're not good enough to hold that. They're young. They're inexperienced. They're not a good team next to what the Bengals have experienced. And then what happened? The Bengals basically could have won that fucking game. They should have won that fucking game.
The emotions are going to be high, man. It's going to come down to what team executes the fucking best. It always does. It's going to come down to how the refs are fucking feeling, because the game last year on Halloween, the refs took that game from us. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. We had some crazy bullshit, roughing the passer penalties at the end of the game. That was our game. They took that away. And we were walking fucking wounded in the 9-0 game. That wasn't even close. I mean, we held them to 9 points, and their fucking offense sucked big fat dicks. But
that game here, Snake, correct me if I'm wrong. Lenny went out with like a quad injury, right? Godwin hurt his fucking ACL. Mike Evans got hurt. Like we were down to nothing.
We were down to nothing,
and we still held them to 3 points. Like they bragged, like they fucking whooped their ass. It was like a field goal.
Throw
game.
the records out the window. Who gives a shit what we did last week? This game is a fucking fight. We know for a fact, and this is no bullshit. Our players hate their players, and their players hate our players. Our coaches hate their this is a fucking heated game.
No player
don't like. There's no Christmas cards, bro.
No.
There's no NFL
player,
like we're brothers of the NFL. No.
Yeah, they knocked out Godwin on a fucking sketchy fucking play last year, and we knocked out Jameis. Like it's ugly. We're out for blood.
Go ahead, Pless.
No, I was just gonna say it's gonna be a physical matchup.
Yeah,
it's gonna be super heated on a lot of matchups. Obviously, Carlton Davis versus Mike Thomas is going to be key, but it's going to come down to the big boys up front. Our offensive line is going to have to impose their will, and that's been something that has been an issue over the last couple of games against them. Is we just haven't been able to establish that line of scrimmage. Defensive line is going to have to win with 4 up front. Now, they can run, some zone blitzes, and I'm sure they will. They'll run a lot of different looks at Jameis to get him off his spot and get him confused a little bit. And I wouldn't be surprised if he throws one of those little picks to where one of our guys drops back and just takes it away underneath. So that will be the game to look at to see, like, how do we find a way to get Jameis out of rhythm and get him start making, mistakes.
Plus, I don't know if you remember last year's game or not, where Jameis got hurt. Everybody was talking about how great Jameis was playing, and I think me and Jake were talking about that because he was killing us because we just could not sang him. It was like goofy shit, and I remember Jake we were talking about it this week because the match was coming up, and he's like, dude, if Jameis wants to try and beat us 7 yards at a time, I'll fucking take it all day long. Go ahead, bro. Yeah. If we're covering everybody and he's literally like, fuck, I'm gonna try and pick up 5. Go ahead. I'll take Jameis trying to rush on us all day long. Eventually, he's going to get hit. Right. I'm not saying we're out trying to play dirty or anything, but you can't have your quarterback doing that if you're not Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, he won't be able to do that. I mean, what I saw on tape from the defense last week was a thing of beauty just because people are in their spots. They're playing smart football. Yep. Antoine Winfield Jr. in the slot is a godsend because he creates so much havoc, and he just allows other players to be better because he's taking care of that inside position, and he reads things so well. Like, he's always in the right spot. Everyone else was in the right spot as well. The communication, I thought, was the biggest thing that I saw on tape. It was so crisp. Logan Ryan just filling in so, just seamless, as far as being in the right spot. If someone leaves a void, he's going there to pick it up because these guys are understanding what their job is, and everyone's doing it. Devin White, outstanding.
I was just about to ask you, Pless.
Yeah.
Devin White, big year, contract year. He's phenomenal going downhill. Everybody knows that. He's a fucking missile. But in coverage, a little bit of, liability at times.
Not last week.
I thought, from what I saw, I thought he played pretty damn good. He almost had a pick 6. What did you see on film from 45, bro?
He almost had 2 picks. I went back and watched the game. Early in the game, he almost had a pick, too.
He also took CeeDee Lamb down this seam
Yeah,
step
cover
for
2.
step, dude. Down like
serious?
40, 50 yards down the seam, step for
Yeah.
step on what ended up being the pick 6, I think it was, or not the pick 6, but the pick by Antoine. But he
Right.
was the guy one-on-one, and he covered him, dude. And it looked like Derek Brooks type shit. Like it was perfect, and it was cover 2, so it's kind of like a little reminiscent there, but it was awesome, dude. And you're like, whoa, this is Devin White. That's what he could
Pless?
do.
Yeah.
Now that they
no.
stole your fucking thunder.
No, it's all
had to
good. It's all
answer.
good. I love it. I love it. No, he was really good. And this is his potential. Like this is what he can do on an every game basis. Just playing his assignment, being smart, utilizing, the zones, and they played the zones very well. Like I said, everyone was in their spot. They mixed it up between cover 1, cover 3, cover 4. They were doing a lot of different things to keep Dallas at bay. And again, Dallas doesn't offer much. They don't have the offensive personnel. They were at times they really couldn't send any receivers out because they have no receivers. So it was tough in that aspect for Dallas.
Yeah, it's going to be a much bigger test because the Saints do have
personnel.
weapons. Yeah, the Saints have lots of weapons, so it is definitely going to be a bigger test.
But if we go back to that Jameis conversation, if we force Jameis to kind of nickel and dime his way down the field, Jameis lacks that patience that a Tom Brady or Drew Brees would have, to where they know when to pick their spots. I don't care if he's a change quarterback with he's still like he's got that Brett Favre in him where he has to take that shot. And you have to bait him into it. And who's better to do that than the guy who fucking practiced against him for how many years now? And Todd knows what makes him uncomfortable. Todd knows how to get him on. And Antoine being in the slot only adds to that, because now you've got a guy underneath who could blow up a play, like you said, when he's not even supposed to be in the play. That play that almost got picked off by Shaq Barrett and Jamel Dean and Carlton Davis at the same time was because Antoine Winfield refused to be blocked by the other wide receiver on that play. That wasn't even going to him. It was him refusing to be blocked. Now I was going to say, what do the Atlanta Falcons DBs do that the Bucs don't do, or do they do something similar? Like, how are they able to kind of get in the way, and are the Bucs equipped to slow down what the Saints are going to try to do to us, just from the DB standpoint?
Yeah, I think our defensive backs, we can play it different types of styles, and that's the beauty of it. Like, Jamel Dean and Carlton Davis, again, they're the right corners to be out there on the field. They're the best players on this team as far as the cornerback position. So them being out there to play some press man coverage, or they can drop back into zone as we saw against Dallas. It's really a collection, of the group. I think the flexibility of Mike Edwards being able to play free safety and also some strong safety, and then you have Logan Ryan who can kind of do similar things, Antoine Winfield. So you have more physicality in the defensive back room, which is great. And you can just mix up your coverages. And then with the linebacking play, like we were talking about, Devin White being in the right spots, Levante, them being where they're supposed to be in coverage and just being better aware of their surroundings, that's going to help out everybody. But we equip very fine against, what the Saints are going to bring. Obviously, Jarvis Landry is going to be a unique matchup because of his ability in the slot, but I think Antoine or whoever they want to put on him, can match up. And then obviously Mike Thomas, I'm not too worried about Mike. Carlton's got him on lockdown, and then Jamel Dean, I think
he honestly didn't have that
handle.
great of a game last week. If you look at it, he had the 2 touchdowns.
It was the fourth,
Fourth
quarter. Yeah,
it was the fourth quarter. He had 2
Yeah.
touchdowns. I'm not saying he didn't have a good game. It's just it's a little blown out of proportion. Be like, Michael Thomas is back. Relax.
Jarvis Landry had the better
two
game.
He did. He had 2 insane fade throws that Jameis he threw great ball. He threw 2 phenomenal fucking balls.
But
We know he went fucking 7 for 120 and was torching people. Terrell was in good position. Better throw. That it is what it is.
we know the recipe. We know the recipe to rattle Jameis. We get pressure on the guy. He's a one-read quarterback. We all know that.
Yeah.
If you force him into making split panic decisions under pressure, is when he's going to throw the ball to us. And that's going to be key up front, man. Getting pressure on that guy.
They had a sack fumble on him too.
Yeah, getting pressure on that guy. And I listened to J.C. Allen's podcast with Antoine Winfield Jr. today. Antoine, he's just such a cerebral player, man. Like he does remind you so much of Rondé Barber. He said his ability to transition in the slot is kind of easy for him, and the fact that he knows what's going on behind him at all times is a huge benefit. Like he knows everybody else's job as well as he knows his own, and having that type of cerebral play out there, and allows him to anticipate and just play freely and be smart. I think we got a bunch of smart guys out there. Not that Whitehead wasn't a smart safety, but we already know, Mike Edwards is a ball hawk. He's a smart kind of guy. He's always around the fucking ball. And Logan Ryan's that same type of player. They look real good, man. Yeah. The quality of opponent in the receiving core in Dallas wasn't what we're going to face this week, but I think they can match it. They will match it well up against everyone. We got the size, we got the range. Our linebackers are the best in the league. Our pass rush is amazing. They just have to play good assignment football and not fuck up and make a lot of mistakes and stupid penalties. I think we match up well against their offense.
And plus, we have that rotation now at D line where Logan Hall looks like Pless said, he's seamless. And you know what I like the most? He made this tackle for loss, and JTS is fucking celebrating it. Logan Hall turns around and goes right back to the fucking huddle. Doesn't say a goddamn word. Doesn't fucking celebrate. I'm like, okay, this guy is about his business. And he was flawless. I mean, to go in there and have two starting units almost. I mean, like a varsity and a JV, but that's big because it's a physical fucking game. The Saints have usually been able to kind of wear us down because we don't always have all these guys. But now we have Hall, Nacho. We've got, putting Hicks in there with Vita Vea, and then we saw Vita Vea go out wide a couple of times against the Cowboys. You're like, man, I felt like, a lot of what we saw was to set up things for the Saints game. I like Byron's calling of the plays, the way that you didn't really see any crazy exotic blitzes that often from Bowles. Like they were thinking about week 2 when they were game planning for week 1. And I think that makes me most excited, especially because I think our defense comes out and dominates this game again like we did in week 1. And that'd be fucking beautiful because Jameis melting down to our defense. I'm with you, Latte. Antoine's going to get a pick, dude. I could feel it.
What we need to talk about is if our offense, if we're not successful running the ball or we give up points and we have to pass against their defense, will our offensive line be able to protect? And give
no Saint wants to talk about offensive line. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, I thought they fared pretty well outside of the play that Donnie got hurt on and gave up a sack, and then Wells came in kind of dry. They, if one area is an upgrade, I think Dallas has a better pass rush than the Saints do, and I think we held our own.
That's what I mean.
After Tom lost his proverbial shit on Wells on the sideline and Goodagg and the whole line, right? They it was pretty clean, and then they started chipping. So I mean, go ahead. I mean, we got lay him out, Lenny. Go ahead. If Donnie doesn't play,
I'd love to
try and come off the left side.
Chip on big ass fucking Cam. Do it. That old dude will die if that happened to him, dude. He's so fucking old.
Probably.
Yeah.
And
for him to have that show with Levante, he had this little podcast. He had Levante come on. And for him to fucking talk shit about Buck, he's like, oh, Bucs fans have been telling me they've been Bucs fans since 2020. Fuck you, Cam.
I'm really confused. People are already triggered by the Saints. Stephen Reed says the Cowboys do not have a better pass rush than the Saints.
Okay, whatever you say.
Pless, Dr. Pless. I mean, you're the doctor here.
Yeah.
Are you taking DeMarcus Lawrence and Micah Parsons, or are you taking fucking old-ass Cam Jordan and Davenport? I'm not worried about Davenport. They lost the good pass rusher that went to fucking Cincinnati. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about this big, bad pass rush that didn't touch Marcus Mariota once. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, the Saints pass rush is a lot of manufacturing. I mean, they do a good job of moving their guys around. They do run a lot of stunts and stuff like that where they try to, get to push up the middle, push in the pocket a little bit. But Cam and, Davenport, not too scary for me. Again, key's going to be Donovan being in there. Donovan Smith's got to play. Hopefully he can, pull through and start. Tristan, I think, will be fine. But our guys up front in the middle, I thought, did a pretty solid job against Dallas. Now, there was some times where there was some pressure, allowed, but overall, I thought they did a good enough job. And again, they're going to continue to get better as they get the continuity down. It's going to be a big week. And like Stank said, if we can't run the football and we have to pass, then, there's some things where Byron's going to have to go into shotgun. I would like to see us spread them out a little bit and just identify matchups and utilize the play action passing game as well.
But
I'm down with, running some play action, running out of the fucking shotgun Having Rashad White as sidecar and using his ability out of the backfield and making them pay for the rush. They want to blitz. They want to run these exotic stunts. You know, hit him on the outside, him on the edges, stretch him out. You know, just make them pay for it. Kill him in the screen game. There's a lot of different ways to defeat a good pass rush.
But people in the chat talking about, you know, every year the defense of the Saints out physicals this offensive line. Well,
They're getting older.
I mean, beside that point, Shaq Mason is such a huge physical upgrade over Kappa. Kappa wasn't really a guard. He was smaller. He fit more of the bill of a tackle, but you have Shaq Mason, who not only is he fucking big, dude plays a little bit of fucking anger to him, and he's so fucking athletic on pulling. We have Hennessy who can pull, Gadecki who can pull, and now Shaq Mason who can pull. And they pull fucking well, and they block physically. Like, Red obviously is a better center than Hennessy, but he's still extremely agile and extremely athletic. When he pulls, he's a fucking weapon. The Bucs have something that they haven't had in years past against the Saints defense, and I love Kappa, but man, Shaq Mason is just beefier and more stout and isn't going to be manhandled by a stronger physical, like, pass rush like that. It's just not going to happen. And you know, whatever. The pass is the pass. I'm not that guy that's like, oh, we lost 4 straight. We're going to fucking... Who gives a fuck, dude? If I get one flat tire on a Monday, does that mean I'm just going to retire from driving? I'm going to keep fucking fixing my flat tire and keep on goddamn driving. Fuck that shit. And then fuck the Saints. And he's saying enough.
I don't get it. I mean, I don't get it. Yes, you guys have physically pushed us around. Yes, you have beat us. Yes, we have struggled against your defense. What the fuck you want me to do? I mean, hey, let's turtle up and fucking.
Yeah, but it's a different team, different year.
Nothing matters.
It's very easy to project what happened last year onto this team. They're two completely different fucking teams. Yeah, we lost experience on the offensive line, but we gained youth, and Hainsey's a big motherfucker. It's you know, so our run game is much more of a physical than it was last year, just based on those two young guys.
We have O'Keefe, bro.
Yeah, the center of our offensive line is completely different, and we are a much more physical team up front than we were in years past.
I think it's a new dynamic, especially with Todd Bowles as the head coach, and you can see the game plan. He wants to play more team football, making sure the defense is rested, and you do that by running the football and controlling the clock.
Right.
You play smart football. It means less turnovers. It means, you know, just really dictating the game and staying in control. And, you know, with the guys that they've added, it makes a lot of sense. I mean, you look at the additions that they've brought in, Shaq Mason, like Sammer talked about, and then you bring in Luke Gedeke, a 2nd-round pick that is supposed to be physical in the run game, and he just brings that nasty. You look at Cade Otton and Ko Keefe. These guys are blockers. We haven't had blocking tight ends like this outside of, you know, Gronkowski, and he's not here anymore. So you look at that, and then, you know, Rashad White re-signing Leonard Fournette. There's obviously a trend here to be more physical up front, and that's going to be their style. Now, once teams start gearing to stop the run, guess what? We're going to throw over the top, and we're going to throw on them all day with Tom Brady. So it just gives you that ability where teams are going to have to look at us. If we continue to run the ball well, they're going to start making adjustments, and once they do, that's sayonara. It's game over.
Dude, I'm telling you, O'Keefe, like, when we ran the ball and he wasn't in there, it was okay. But when he was in there, dude, it was 5+.
Yeah,
you can do that against the Saints defense. Like, that's just going to keep shredding them, and they're going to have to, like you said, they have to adjust to that. And then at that point, it's Tom picking apart with however many. Yeah, I mean, he has fucking, even if Godwin's not playing, a plethora of fucking weapons, dude. I mean, it's basically find the matchup and just throw it to that guy. If Julio Jones is your guy coming off 3rd, 4th, fucking get the fuck out of here. You don't have a 4th corner who's going to cover Julio Jones, who, by the way, looked ridiculous.
Yeah, he did.
He didn't look old at all.
I think one thing that people have failed to consider is that the Bucs have never lost against the Saints with Todd Bowles as our head coach. We're undefeated.
Ever.
Undefeated.
Undefeated. We've never lost against them.
That's a great point. And listen, no Saints called the show before. He's actually a pretty smart, cool fucking Saints fan. Very few and far between.
Yeah.
He said it's going to be a tough game either way. The reason I'm firing back at you guys is because you guys are saying how awful the Saints are. I'm not saying how awful. I'm not saying how awful the Saints are. It's going to be a physical game. You guys have whooped our ass in the regular season.
Yes.
We won when it mattered.
I wouldn't call any of those wins an ass whooping, by the way.
They've out physicaled us, bro. They punched
Okay,
them out.
that's
Tom
fine.
looks
They might have out
frustrated. He
physicaled
looks
us,
flustered.
but they didn't destroy us at all last year. Both games were close. Both games were really could have gone either way had we been able to fucking muster up any kind of offense with the Walking Dead we have
offense.
there. Yeah,
Any
the Walking Dead we had in the second game. But the first game should have been ours. But like I said, shit happens. The fucking refs stole the game from us, and we got beat by backup quarterbacks, bro. I'm way more concerned if Jameis gets knocked out. If Jameis gets knocked out, we're probably going to lose the game.
But it's going to be physical. It's going to be fucking. Yeah. It's a division game. It's going to be physical. We don't like each other. It is what it is, and I'm not saying the Saints suck.
The fan base doesn't. We hate your fan base.
I'm only projecting how confident I am in our defense and how good they looked last week and what I think they're going to do this week. That's what I'm saying. I don't think they're going to light you up.
They
never liked you.
They may beat us on the field.
We're basing it on the fact that we're comparing them to the Cowboys. We're comparing them to what they did against the Falcons. We're not saying
that's all we have to go off right now.
We're not saying they suck, but if you compare those two, I'm sorry, but the Cowboys O-line is a better offensive line, and the defensive line over there is a better defensive line than the Saints. Maybe 3 years ago it's a different story, but Cam Jordan's not Cam Jordan from 3 years ago. Even last year, he wasn't all that special. No offense, but he just wasn't. And Davenport, he had, I thought, flashes, but then all of a sudden he kind of died off. And like Latte said, they gave away their best pass rusher when he went to fucking Cincinnati. So it's going to be a fucking dogfight because these teams hate each other. No matter what these fucking guys tell you, they fucking hate each other. It may not be a rivalry because, like Tristan Wirth said, for that to happen, it's got to have a give or take. I agree.
Our own head coach said that.
Yeah, yep. But it doesn't mean we don't fucking hate you guys. The team that you constantly lose to is the team you fucking hate the most.
And Sammer, one thing's for sure, Bucs fans never lose against Saints fans. We've never lost. Never. We've never lost a single fight. Ever. Single
Not
game.
A single Twitter
single
thread.
discussion.
Nothing.
Never. We've never lost a single one.
We literally have Saints fans arguing with us. I mean, look where we live. We're already winning, bro. It's fucking paradise.
Yeah, I agree.
There's a Saints fan.
The Mississippi River, bro. It looks like a fucking yoo-hoo.
There's a Saints fan.
That's disgusting.
There's a Saints fan coming down from New Orleans where the game is being played to watch it at a Buccaneer watch party in Tampa.
Yeah.
What? That doesn't even make sense to me. I mean, great. That's awesome. $40 cover charge, all you can eat, wings, and penthouse pets, fucking lingerie on your fucking bartender. You got the open bar. I mean, you got a fucking ton of shit. And, of course, you got the Bacardi. It's going to be awesome. It'll be an amazing fucking atmosphere. Make sure you register Saints fans and Bucs fans. I'd love to talk some shit to a Saints fan during a game to his face because I want to see you fuckers cry.
If we do beat the Saints, beat the Saints this week or, twice this season, I'm kind of concerned because
it's not right. It's weird.
It kind of feels right. No, we've never won a Super Bowl after we beat them in the regular season. So, we'll see how it goes,
if we go 17-0, it's like, okay, I get it. We had to beat them to go undefeated, and now we're gonna go 20-0. So it makes a lot of sense.
That's true.
You know what else too? You know what else I can guarantee?
Flawless logic.
Guarantee this. Sammers think none of us at least on this podcast. We're gonna act like we've been there before. None of us are gonna slide into y'all's mentions and fuck. We've been here. It's all good. We've won a Super Bowl in the last decade. Or
I might slide in one or two mentions.
Well, then here's the thing though. We're gonna talk shit before the game, not just after the game, right? Yeah. The Saints fans last year didn't say a word to us in that first game. Nothing. Then all of a sudden after the game, what? It was fucking nonsense and fucking notifications out my ass, dude. But I was like, where were you fuckers before this game? You guys are afraid that Jameis was going to Jameis. That's why. And you know what? I tweeted out earlier. Where the fuck have the Saints fans been? Haven't heard from them. Sure,
they're lying. They're lying in wait like they always do.
They're waiting. That's exactly. So I at least will talk shit at the beginning, and I will continue to talk shit after whether we win or lose. You fuckers just talk shit.
I'm petty. I'm going to talk shit either way. You guys already got that. It doesn't really fucking matter, bro.
I enjoy talking shit. I enjoy the act of talking shit. Whether I win or lose I don't care. I will continue. You guys saw it in the video with Yo Murphy. I talk shit the entire time. I was in pain. I continued to talk shit. Didn't matter.
Doctor, I got to ask you a question about a guy that I thought looked pretty good. Confirm it. Maybe I'm drunk. I don't fucking know. What'd you think? Because a lot of people out there was criticizing that we took the wrong guy morally and off the field. Morally, now everybody knows that was fucking bullshit. And on the field, I think we kind of took the right guy. What'd you think of our punter? He looked really fucking good. He even hit the screen on his first punt.
He hit 3 punts. His first punt was 3 punts.
Yeah.
Literally.
3 shots at his first NFL punt.
But he looked good. The hang time was good. The
I
kickoffs
thought-
were good. The placement was good. It was all good.
And he's a
I
dog,
thought
dude. He took a blitz right in the fucking chest, right in the.
Did.
He got right
Did.
back up. It was amazing.
And one thing you guys couldn't see from home, we were watching him walk. He has a fucking 12-inch dick for sure. He walks
Absolutely
around,
does, bro.
Yeah, he walks around like he's
It looked like he
he's
had a
fucking
football in his pants. I was
huge
like,
dick.
That's impressive.
And, like
Shit.
cup or not, there was some fucking.
No, there was no
some-
cup. There was no cup. You can't
Dude.
fit. You can't fit a cup. You can't
Holy
fit a cup.
shit! He's
So
fucking
much so that
fat.
Susan was waiting outside by the bus for him. She was waiting for him.
Dude's
after
got
the
a-
game.
Dude's got a
Hey.
fucking speed bump in his goddamn pants, dude.
It was
I-
impressive, plus.
I can relate. Yeah, Jake Camarda.
Stand up, Pless.
No, not on live.
You got to subscribe to Dr. Pless's OnlyFans account to get to see
Yep.
that guy. Sorry.
It's Dr. Pless too. Go ahead. Sorry.
OnlyFans.com/Dr.
Back to
Pless
football.
RBC.
Is that a Camarda in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? That should be the new thing.
Can't wait to
New
come.
statement.
I can't wait to Camarda
Oh
tonight.
fuck.
Come on, come even harder.
I'm a Camarda all over the place tonight, baby.
Oh man, yeah.
Pless,
No,
what'd you say?
Saints can come softer. We're gonna Camarda.
We're gonna Camarda all over their faces, dude. I can't wait.
You guys, that's awesome. No, he was really good. Again, he only had to punt 3 times, which is great.
Yeah.
And he was really good. And I thought the special teams overall was fantastic. Outside of the missed kick by Suckup.
Bro, how about Darden sticking his foot in the ground, just getting upfield?
Yeah.
No more
Bang.
going sideways. I like
Yeah.
it.
About
Yeah.
time.
They,
Yeah.
were
They
actually
did-
pinning him to the sideline too. I was like, wow.
Yeah,
Are
he
they
did
trying to
better.
contain Darden?
At least he
Wow.
got yards.
He's
That's
so
what-
quick, bro.
that's
Anytime
what
he has the
matters.
ball, it's like, whoa, what the fuck? He's a little flash out there, man. I hope he gets more opportunity because I can see him doing some shit on offense too.
Quickest
If he actually had
quickest
space,
3
though.
yards I'll ever fucking see. Yeah, absolutely.
Bro, they were pinning him to the sideline. He's like, he had no space to go anywhere. Yeah.
But I think that's by design. A lot of teams are doing that where they're kicking left or right. They're not kicking down the middle because then you have options. You can roll around. You can kind of make something out of nothing type of deal. Whereas you got to kind of go out of bounds. Plus, that's like a 12th defender, right? It works. But guys, we have to have a Camarda all over your face shirt, don't we? It has to happen. I feel like it's got to be a thing. Stank, you're in charge of
100%.
drawing that one up. Yeah.
Yeah,
100%.
take care of him. I'm already on it.
All right. Cool. Perfect. Awesome. All right, Dr. Pless. We need a score prediction from you, man.
Score prediction. Let's see. Let's go with big dick energy. I got Bucks 31.
Camarda
Saints-
energy, we'll call it from here on out.
Camarda energy. There you go.
Camarda
I got
energy.
Bucks. I think the Bucks will put up points finally against the Saints, and I got 31-17 for the
31.
Saints.
That's the Bucks number.
Yep.
That is the Bucks number.
We have a Saints legend in the chat room. He didn't even super chat because I wouldn't expect that from the Saints. Jono Barnes.
Oh,
is in the chat
Jono,
room.
call
Yeah.
the fucking show, Jono.
I told him to call, or
Call
I
the
told him
show,
I slid in his DMs and he's always late to slide back.
He's been doing Bucks and Saints. He's been doing Bucks videos since week 1, which we didn't play him, but apparently they don't think about us.
They never think about
Jono,
us.
call the show, bro. Come on.
Jono's got Camarda on his mind. That's probably what's going on, right?
I mean, who doesn't?
Camarda
Come on.
energy,
Okay, that's
Camarda
fucking impressive.
energy, Camarda all over your face. I mean, what the?
I'm
fuck,
serious,
dude?
man. I mean, Stank was sitting next to me because and Sammer was on the other side. Every time Camarda was on that sideline walking up and down, I'd be like, "Babe, look at the jumbotron. Look how fuck it's incredible."
Hey, trust me, she was looking.
90,000 people. It's just crazy.
She was already, as soon as you said, look at the Jumptron, she was already like, God
She's
damn.
like, "Yeah, what? Hey, no." The first time I told her, she said, "Which one? That one down there, or that one?" I was like,
She
"Oh,
thought that she thought that his dick's name was Jumbotron.
Yeah.
She was like, "Oh yeah, I'm already watching it."
I'm already watching. Don't worry about it."
Wouldn't that be a
I
solid
said,
name,
"This
though?
this is impressive." She said, "It is." I meant the stadium, babe.
Dude, listen, you see it and you're like, what is that? As he's walking towards you, then when he turns to the side, you're like, holy shit.
Yeah.
What? It didn't make any sense,
And as-
dude.
Hey,
As
Rodzilla
you-
said, "Camarda Dragon."
As you know, we hung out with Jason Light before the game, and yeah, he confirmed, that was part of the scouting process.
Oh, it absolutely was.
Figured we need some more big dick energy on this team, so we drafted the one
Well,
guy
not
in
just that,
the
Pless
draft that had
is a
the
scout.
biggest.
Pless
Don't
is
they
a
measure
scout,
that?
man.
Don't they measure that? At
They do
the,
measure that.
combine?
And listen,
Hand size, cock size.
Wes,
ball
can you
dropping.
confirm for a punter, that's kind of like a pendulum, right? Like as he's doing his backswing, it kind of it just gives him some momentum,
Oh,
right?
dude, absolutely.
It plays a factor.
How can it not?
How can
That's
it
why
not?
the Falcons lost, by the way. We got rid of our old wash punter. They took him on, You know, had they had a punter with some fucking gravity in his pants, they probably would have won that game.
If you think about it, your hip thrust is weight based, right? So if he's got this just pendulum that's pulling his hips forward during a punt as he's like leaning up to it, you know, 2 steps, 3 steps, whatever it is. I mean, that's just added power. Dude, there was one of those re-kicks that he did on his first 33 punts. Went to the side of the fucking Jumbotron and like it vanished from our angle. Like here's the Jumbotron. His kick went beyond, like we couldn't see it. It was so fucking high. We could not see it. And I think that's the one that he still had to re-kick after that. And you're like, holy shit. This guy's fucking hang time is unbelievable. And it came in handy against this, you know, pretty dangerous
what matters.
Yes.
And Dallas has a really good return man, too.
He's 100% dick. When it comes to his punts and his hang time.
Our coverage team looked phenomenal. But we got fucking Sean Murphy Bunting out there. We've got fucking Keanu Neal out there. We've got a fucking hell of a coverage unit right now.
And even what's his name?
KJ Britt.
KJ Britt was all over the place out there.
And Nassib's out there on. Like these are guys that are defensive, kind of defensive starters at some teams, and these guys are playing special teams for us. Pretty fucking dope, man. So I think Smitty's calling in.
No, I want Jono to call in. Jono.
He's scared.
He said he'll call in this today or Friday.
We'll go to, I believe this is Smitty. We'll go to Smitty on the Penthouse hotline. Smitty, is it you? Are you calling in again?
Smitty owns the Penthouse hotline right now.
He does. He loves it. He's just calling so we talk about it.
Whoa. Before you go there, though, Jonas says it matters, but you don't want to consistently be out kicking your coverage. That's the point, Jonas.
No, that's not distance. You don't fuck.
Not
it's hang
distance.
Time.
Hang time doesn't outkick your coverage. That's the point.
Yeah, he's got girth, not length. Come on, Joe.
Yes. He's he's busting wall open. He's busting walls open. He's not drilling for oil.
Damn right.
He's like a tennis ball can.
Go ahead, Smitty.
Yeah, he's like a tuna can.
Oh, shit. I didn't know I was even on. Man, I was over here drinking on this Budweiser and everything.
Pastor Smitty, you're on the Penthouse.
Hey, what's up, man? Okay. What's going on, man? This is going to be a good game, man. I think we're going to win this probably by 7 or 3 points. Because of the defense. And I like the way that Talbot. I like the way he's coaching. I like what what's the quarterback the offensive coach Byron
Leftwich.
I like what he's doing with the offense. Run the ball more. You know, that's what's up, man. And Sunday's gonna be training day for Bob Hennessy. I think he's gonna come of age now. Bob Hennessy gonna be all right, man. I think he's gonna be all right, dude.
I agree.
Yeah, he's gonna be good. He's gonna be good, man. We need to get some Bob Hennessy T-shirts and donate to charity or something. Donate it to the Bruce Aaron charity, man. Get some Bob Hennessy.
He already said he'll come on the show, so I think we need to. It's about time we get Hennessy in here to introduce himself to the Loose Cannons.
This show could use a little more Hennessy.
Absolutely.
What the world needs now is a little bit more Hennessy. But anyway, man, I ain't gonna stay here too long. I can't wait till Sunday, man. And I'm the Cowboys. We should win this game by 7 or 3 points.
73.
And that's my take on it. Just the educated Smitty today. That's my take.
You haven't been wrong once this entire offseason, so I'm taking that.
Smitty, are you driving down for the watch party?
No, man, I'm gonna come down. Me and Chef Cole and my brother should be coming down there for the Cincinnati game.
Cole. But you need to drive down. You need to drive down this weekend, man.
Hey, me and Sam are going to pick you and Chef Cole up from the airport in a single cab, little Nissan hard.
Oh,
all 4 of us.
Oh, man, that'd be wonderful, man.
Hey, and your bug, bro.
Yo, yeah,
oh,
that's
man,
even better. All of us in the V-Dub bug.
I mean, I'm not going
to. Oh, man, that'd be wonderful, man. You know, I hope that y'all paying for the airline tickets, too. Thank you. We'll be glad to come down there. I just got my food stamps. Don't worry, when we touchdown, we get all the food. Y'all get us there. We have Chef Cole cook the food, but we got food stamps, so we good, man.
Oh shit, I forgot.
Shout out to everybody.
That sounds like a party, honestly.
Yeah, man. So we can go there. We can cook the food. You know, at the what's the name of that place? The strip club called Penthouse.
Penthouse.
Hey, shout out to Mama Sue, man. She a member now. Mom be putting it down over there.
I'll be putting it down. We got Sue. We got Suzanne.
Bro, Rodzilla's killing me in the chat, bro. They call him the Komodo Dragon. Now he said stop looking at his hang time.
Yeah, thanks.
Like, y'all look
Dude,
crazy.
probably-
What's up, Rozilla?
Dude probably needs 2 bottles of
Godzilla,
Vex
the
baby oil.
Motherfucking killer.
This will
He need
not
to get on
cover
that.
Camarda's dragon, dude. I'm telling you, it would not. He would need 2 or 3 of these.
Hey, man, y'all get Rozilla to get on here, man. I'm about to get off, man. I'll holler at y'all, dude.
Yeah, I don't
Y'all
think
have
we.
one
I think we
piece.
need some Rodzilla energy. Maybe if he doesn't call him today, he needs to call him Friday's show.
No, Fan
to just-
Friday. Rod, you need to call
Fan
in.
Friday for sure.
I need
Rod,
this is Rodzilla.
Yeah, I think all the Bucs fans need that shit.
Yeah, we need it. We need
Hey,
Lou.
listen, this Friday's a big deal too because if you win Fan Friday this week, you're going to the watch party on us.
Free.
You get to fuck. Yeah, I
Free.
mean, with the penthouse pets, with the fucking Bacardi drinks flowing, with the fucking sexy lingerie.
Wait. Is
all
Pless
over the
coming?
place. I
Pless,
mean,
are you coming?
Come on,
I will most likely be there.
Pless, you need to register now. You can't get in at the door. You got to register ahead of time, man. Also, help
How do you
us make
register,
sure-
Sammer? How do you register?
Dude, it's in the link at the top of the chat. It's blue. It's pinned to the top. I'll
Oh,
add
it says
in the comment
reserve
section.
your spot at the Loose Cannons Bucs versus Saints watch party at Penthouse. Oh, I see it.
Boom. Click that link. It's all over our Twitter. It's all over our social media. It's everywhere. We'll put it in the comment section and on the description of this video afterwards as well. Click it. Buy your ticket so we know you're coming. We make sure there's enough food. And it's all you can eat wings. All you can eat food. It's going to be fucking amazing. And then TVs. It's going to be
Saints fans too.
And
Don't
listen,
sell your
clothing's optional.
Yeah, sell your tickets to the game, Saints fans. You know we got like 7 or 8 Saints fans right now. It's a much better watching experience than that absolute toilet shithole of a fucking stadium that you guys fucking own. The worst stadium ever.
Sponsored by
Jake
Little
the
Caesars
Steak.
Pizza too.
Rod's gonna call him Jake the Steak.
Oh, dude, that's a good one too.
Oh, that's a great name.
That's a solid one, bro. Fuck.
Jake the Snake.
I went on
by
a
the way,
stadium.
Sammer,
Listen,
I'm
I went on a
never-
stadium tour in Russia.
Camarda all over
Wait,
your
all their
face.
stadiums are so much better than fucking the fucking shitty Superdome.
Well, that's what happens
Bro,
when
the
you've got
Superdome
pizza
is
ovens in that
older than
bitch.
you, bro, and you're fucking old.
How are you gonna have a fucking stadium named after fucking Little Caesars Pizza, dude?
That's what
It's so
caused that
fucking
fire.
horrible.
That's what caused that fire. They left one of those hot and ready ovens on too long overnight. Next thing you know, the fucking roof's on goddamn fire.
And Little Caesars is mid. At best, it's mid, bro. And by the way, I
Dude,
saw
no.
a picture
Even
of
when you're
Devin.
high, it's
You know
disappointing.
what
That's how
Little
bad that
Caesars
is.
been to
Pizza is
that
for?
stadium.
Little Caesars Pizza is for one thing and one thing only. When you have a birthday party at your house for one of your kids and you don't give a fuck about the kids themselves that are
Yep.
coming to your house, you don't give a fuck to spend more than $1 on these fuck. You go to Little
true.
Caesars, you get that shit pizza that's probably just
Hot and ready.
cardboard and cheese.
So many times I've done that.
Toss that motherfucker on the table like, eat happy goddamn birthday. That's what it's for. If there
Bro,
weren't
7-Eleven
birthday parties,
pizza is better than Little Caesars
if
Pizza.
birthday parties didn't exist for kids, Little
Wait,
Caesars wouldn't
I
exist.
saw a picture of Devin at the fucking FSU game there, and it's a shit fucking stadium. Like you sit like in the mid level, and then there's like a roof over you, like over top, and then it's like boob tube TVs, like TVs that are fat like this.
To
What
have it
kind
up
of
there,
shit is
yeah.
that?
Yeah, and Devin got hepatitis from that stadium. That's why
There's
he's
no
been
flat
he's
screens?
MIA
Like-
since the game.
It's 2022. You don't have flat screens.
Dude,
They don't have jumbotrons.
Remember when all of us had that friend in high school who every now and then we'd have to hitch a ride with this dude, and whenever you sat in the back, the ceiling was completely like caved in on you. It was just
Yeah.
hanging. The headliner
Burn,
was no
burn
longer,
holes and everything.
Yeah, the
Yep.
headliner was no longer stapled or glued to the fucking ceiling
Yeah.
of the car. That's the inside of that goddamn stadium. It's a fucking hoopty. It's a hoopty of a fucking stadium. Piece of fucking trash. It's
hate
absolutely
it.
No
garbage.
Saint
I never
says it's
been.
it's undergoing major upgrades for the Super Bowl. It's much better now.
What are they gonna
You
do?
can't,
Install
you
a
can't
brick
put
oven,
lipstick on a
Pete?
fucking pig, bro.
Come
Okay,
on.
blow it up, start over.
Yeah. You can't
Lipstick
put
on a
powder
pig.
on a fucking piece of shit and call it a goddamn donut, dude. Get out of here, man. Yeah, fucking powdered donut. No, it's a whole pile of shit. Hey, we got a phone call. You guys want to take this phone call before we go out?
What's the area code?
504. I think that's
Oh.
New Orleans.
It is.
Oh shit!
It's one of the 504 boys.
Oh yeah. We're gonna go to the sexy penthouse hotline. And we're gonna talk to some dumb motherfucker from the 504.
Hey, what Saints podcast is
Hey.
sponsored by Tatas?
Yeah.
No, none.
Because
Nobody.
they probably don't have any fucking decent strip joints in that motherfucking place. Everything there is a fucking shithole. Hey, you're on with the loose cannons.
You're on the Loose
sexy
Cannons call in. Who
penthouse
this?
hotline. What kind of dumb
Go.
shit you want to say to us?
Wow. You guys are really stupid. We actually have a penthouse on Bourbon Street, but I wouldn't expect you guys to know that because you're absolutely idiots. But I'm actually going to stop right there
Fuck
because
it.
I
Jono.
called.
It's Jono, by the way.
That's
I
Jono?
called
It's
to
Jono.
I called to actually be nice to you guys, and I just wanted to wish you guys a great game this Sunday.
Don't you put that bad juju on me. No,
hey, stop being nice.
Oh, that's weird.
Nice.
That's weird.
On the show, put that reverse psychology.
No.
Like I said, here's hoping both teams come out healthy. We have a competitive
You're
game.
full of
and both
shit,
fans
John.
have
You're full
a
of
jolly
shit.
good
Bro, what?
time.
You heard about
Devin?
you heard about our punter's giant
As you
dick, and
guys
now you're
know,
fucking
I-
retracting.
You know
The
what?
Bucs fan
You know what,
base
Jono? You know what, Jono?
probably-
Let him
I'm gonna
talk.
be the
Let him
bigger
talk.
man
Let
too,
him
Jono.
talk.
Hold
Let
on.
him talk.
Hold on, John. I'm gonna be the bigger man too. I hope nobody comes out injured. I hope everybody comes out unscathed. I wish you the best, bro. I want a good, clean game. I'm gonna play the game with you, bro. You're not gonna put that bad juju on us.
No, this is not a game. This is just Southern hospitality. Maybe you guys can pick up on some of that, and you'll finally get a win against us. I just want to wish you guys a great game Sunday.
Southern
I think it's going to be very
hospitality.
competitive.
Oh, this is some voodoo fucking New
Oh,
Orleans
yeah.
shit. Let's be honest,
You
bro.
know,
This is either voodoo. You're probably
This is some
NFC
voodoo shit.
You're probably stitching a fucking cock right now to stab so the Camarda doesn't get off any clean punts. I know what you're doing. A cock
The
voodoo
NFC
doll.
is wide open. I think we have a solid chance. I would gladly admit
NFC's
that you
wide
guys are the
open.
favorites, and you deserve. Yes, it is. I'm sorry
Wide
if you
open.
look at the NFC and you see 7 powerhouse teams, because I don't. I mean, I sure don't. I look at maybe you guys.
I see one powerhouse
maybe the Rams.
team. The Bucs.
Exactly. So doesn't that mean that their conference is wide open?
No, that means it's ours. It's
Like I
on
said.
fucking lockdown, dude. You don't
Hey,
know what
hey,
fucking-
Jono.
Well, anyway.
Jono.
Yes.
What? All right. I know you were at the. You went to Atlanta for that game. How?
Yeah.
What was your confidence
guys
level
wanna-
going into the fourth quarter?
If you guys want to see like what an actual rival is, you can watch the videos of me in Atlanta. That's how excited we get. I just give you guys a little attention because you guys hate us so much that I wanted to throw you a bone every now and then.
Hey,
What was the confidence
Jono,
level?
how'd you like? Hey,
confidence level.
how'd you like sitting in a stadium where the fucking paint wasn't peeling off your ass when you sat down?
Confidence level state was very high because it's the Atlanta Falcons, so we knew what was coming. I mean, it was like, oh, this is great. Let the Falcons fans have their moment.
They always
then we'll
choke.
crush their souls in the fourth quarter. Yeah, and it was great. It was great to actually witness one up close and personal in their stadium for once. I was hoping you guys would actually come down to New Orleans instead of like you guys did Dallas last week, because I would have showed you guys a good time. I mean, I think that people don't realize this on Twitter, but I consider you guys my friends.
Wait,
I know that
can you
that's
cook?
great.
Can you cook?
As I consider you a friend as well, and if we ever do make it to New Orleans, I'm not gonna lie, man, we probably need you because we're gonna need a little security. All the shit we talked, we need some help.
Now,
bro.
I'm not going to lie.
I'm not scared.
I would rely on my wife to give you guys some great Southern cooking, but she's a much better cook than me, so that's actually a win for you guys. Again, I'm coming in peace this week, guys. Last week, I
sounds
exhausted
weird.
all my energy on making fun of the Falcons, so I only did one video for you guys this week, and it wasn't even like really making fun of you guys. It was just me
Well, I thought
being
you guys
silly.
but you guys don't think about us.
They did blow their wad last week. That's why they're not active this week. They're on such a high from the Falcons game.
They blew their wad.
They blew their
Jonah,
wad.
Yeah,
I do-
well,
I-
that's
Jonah,
what
I do-
happens
I do
when
have to- I do
you
have to
actually
point
face
out
a
as
real
well.
rival and beat them.
I do have to point out as well, Jono, that like the Falcons not only took the L on the field, then they proceeded to get their asses whooped off the field. Like it's
I
just,
saw that video.
It's just bad. What are Falcons fans doing? They're in a bad
very
place.
Disappointed. I'm very disappointed I wasn't at that actual spot when the fight happened. I do want to call you guys out on just some small things, and you're more than welcome to disagree. You guys keep going back to this Falcons matchup in week 1. I mean, you got, and I know that that's the only thing we can go by because it's only been 1 week of football, but we can't, put too much emphasis on week 1. I would imagine, I'm a little surprised, you guys as a fan base should know that more than well, because in 2002 and 2020, we whooped your ass in week 1. Whoop your ass is obviously a little extreme. Both games were, well, we did whoop your ass in 2020, but in week 1 of 2002, we beat you guys in overtime. Your team went on to win the Super Bowl that year. If I want
You
to
didn't
come
whoop
on
our
to
ass,
next
by the way.
week's
You
podcast,
won
well,
on a block
actually,
punt.
It was
in
a
the
lot.
end
There was a
zone.
last minute field goal that we
Yeah.
ran our kicker out there, and But listen, Jono.
no, it was
then
2002.
hey,
Wait, I want to see what he was getting at.
Hold
I
on.
want to see what. Let him finish his point. I want to see what.
All I was saying was that if I were, the podcast had existed in 2002, and I would have came on the next week, if I were another fan of a team playing the Bucs, and I was like, oh, you saw what the Saints did to the Bucs last week? They look horrible. That would just obviously be asinine because it's week 1. There's so much things still being figured out in week one. So if you look at the week one tape against us in Atlanta, of course, yes, I'll even be the first to admit it. We looked pretty shitty for 3 quarters until the Falcons. But to think that all of that is just going to automatically carry over to this matchup, knowing that it's a division rival, knowing how heated it is, it's absolutely silly, guys. And I think you guys should be a little bit better than that.
We weren't saying that.
I mean, you're talking about,
let
the
me give you
Cowboys
a
have a
counter.
better D-line and DeMarcus Lawrence and Mika Parsons.
But we weren't. Yeah, but we weren't saying that.
The same Poppy. The same Cam Jordan who's old, but last December, so it's not that long ago. It hasn't been a calendar year yet. The same Cam Jordan had 3 sacks against Shaw and that 9-0 win against Shaw. He's over the hill all of a sudden because you didn't have any sacks against the Falcons.
Yeah, that was a walking wounded of a team.
That was a walking wounded. We have nowhere to go. Tom
We
Brady
had
hold on to the
Devin
ball.
White
There was nowhere to go with the ball.
What are y'all
We had,
talking about?
we had
Walking
Tyler
wounded.
Johnson that all Bucs fans are bitching about that could not get open, and Tom Brady was holding on to the damn ball for 8 seconds. Nowhere to go with it. Number one. Number two. Hold on. Hold on, because I have a counter for you as well. I got a counter for you as well. May I speak? I let you speak, John, on my show.
You got to let us talk.
I let you speak. You hung up on him?
I muted him
No.
so we could talk.
He's still there.
He's still there.
He's still there. He's still there. Unmute him.
You got to let us talk, man, if you're going to make a point.
No. I let you talk. Let me give you a counter now. The same way you're accusing us of going off of week one, we can go the same way and say we can accuse you of the same thing, or your fan base. Everybody's saying we can't score, you can't punch it in. It was week one, bro. We had 4 or 5 possessions inside the 10. A little rusty. What's going to happen if it happens again? You think we're not going to cash in on those?
Yeah, but also week one, what happened? If we can't go off of week one, I mean, what happened last year?
I love you, Jodo.
You guys beat the shit out of the Packers in week one. Packers ended up making the playoffs, and y'all didn't. So I agree with you. You can't go off of everything week one. My whole point is that you can compare and contrast and get an idea of what may or may not happen based on the only game that we've played. And that's all we're doing. Man.
I have a question, Jonah. First of all, it's Jono. It's Jono, right? It's Jono.
Jono or Jono?
It's Jono. My bad. Jono, I have a question for you.
Can I call you Jonas?
The Jonas brothers.
The Jonas.
There's another Jonas in the chat, so I would rather you not.
That's true. Hey, all right. So, how do you see this game playing out?
Again, I'm calling with good intentions, and I'll be very truthful.
No, I want to hear how you truthfully feel.
Yes, if this game was in Tampa, I usually go by the law of averages, and I'm like, you guys are too good of a team for us to realistically win 5 straight. But because it's in New Orleans, and with the injuries to Godwin and your center, and I know you guys have solid depth, and I know you guys have a great wide receiver core even without Chris Godwin. I'm not acting like you guys are quote unquote, as you say, walking dead coming into the game like you claim you are last year, even though we're the team that had like 20 players on IR, but I digress.
Special team players don't count, but okay. Please give me a break. Okay. I believe that because it is in the Superdome, that will be the X factor for us to pull off this victory. And I'll be completely honest, I also think that it's not going to be a sweep this year. So even though I do think we're going to win this week, assuming, knock on wood, both teams stay relatively healthy and things stay even kill until the next matchup, I expect you guys to get one on us in Tampa Bay, but I just don't see it happening in New Orleans.
I think we stand a better chance of winning there. It seems like Tom plays better in the Superdome against you guys than he does here in Tampa against you guys.
You guys have blown us out twice. Blown us the fuck out.
Define better. He still loses, so define better.
Yeah, you guys conveniently forget that one game.
I don't want a big divisional game there.
Thank you for calling, Jonas, brother.
Was better.
He wouldn't have been in that position had the refs not cheated and called some bullshit fucking.
Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, you don't forget. Hey, don't forget those Phantom roughing the passer penalties.
I would argue, Jono.
You guys are arguing that the refs screwed you guys in a Trevor Siemian quarterback-led team.
Trevor Siemian was an upgrade
of your franchise.
Trevor
you guys
was an
probably
upgrade.
Admit that.
Trevor Siemian was an upgrade.
For you guys.
Trevor was an upgrade, Jonas.
You guys will never have a run
Trevor
like you guys are having now, and you guys are blaming referees with Trevor Siemian.
No, but John, I'm not even worried about referees, John. I want to go back to Tom Brady not playing better in the Superdome.
Trevor Siemian is the best quarterback you've had on the field in the last 4 seasons. Go ahead.
Jono, back to Tom Brady having better games in the Superdome. He actually did. He won a divisional playoff game that actually mattered, and then proceeded to throw dimes to your Hall of Fame quarterback's sons in front of his wife. You're just throwing dimes.
Hey, listen, if I know Tom well enough, he probably
That's so emasculating.
He probably fucked Drew's wife too. I'm just
listen. Whoa.
That's
did
too
it.
much.
That's a little too much. It's a little too much.
Hey,
But-
she wants a guy with real hair.
Maybe that's why. So maybe that's why Giselle was ready to divorce him.
It
right
could
now.
be.
That's not
That's a
him.
good. That's a good point.
Yeah. Now
Could
hold
be.
on. You're talking about the playoff game. I mean, there's so much to look like. I don't know if you guys could actually. Yeah, I'm sure you've watched it many times. You should. It was a great game. Tom Brady didn't do much, guys. I mean, he did enough to win, which was great. He did much more than Drew, but it wasn't like he had this all-time classic. Like Tom Brady had. If you look at the stats and if you look at the game against Washington that year in the playoffs for you guys, he played great. Against Green Bay, he played amazing. Against the Kansas City Chiefs, he played great. Against us, we had you guys locked out until Drew.
Yeah, but you
Phil
just
position
said.
all-time
But
Brady
you
and Mike
just.
Evans to do.
But you just
Check it, so
countered.
again,
You
it's not
just
like
countered
Tom
Latte.
Brady is so-
But
Defensive
you just
run game.
countered Latte by saying, I don't know if he played better or not. He still lost. Well, I don't know if he didn't play that great, but he still won, Jonas. That's all that mattered. Jonna, whatever you fucking want to call yourself, right?
It's
Bro,
Jono.
I'm calling you.
Jono, bro.
You can't-
Jono. All right. Jono. He won the game that mattered the most between us. The one game that mattered the most between these two teams in the history of our existence against each other. We won that game.
Yep.
That's what
You
matters.
know, if you were here in Tampa, we call you Yono, right?
Yono. I like that.
Feel like
Yono.
10
I'm
years
calling you
from now,
Yono
you-
from here now.
Yono Barnes.
10 years
Hey,
from-
real talk though.
gonna be
Shout out to
20.
Jono for coming on the show. He came on the show. He gave his take. He didn't suck.
Yeah,
He did it with class.
he held his own.
I don't know about
you held your
class.
own, bro. There are
Look
some
it,
state fans.
He
that
came
are
in a room with
straight
four
bitches.
other men.
Jono is not one of them. Jono's cool as you're cool as fuck, bro. I got nothing but love for you too. And you know what? I hate the Superdome, and I think your city stinks, but there is good food. I've been there 3 times.
Amazing
Good-
fucking food.
Amazing food.
Good music, good food.
The food and the music is great, but guys, can you just mop up around it? Just mop a little bit.
Yeah, it kind of
Just a
adds to
little
the
bit.
charm.
No,
It does add to
filth.
the charm.
I
Charm.
do.
Not a big fan of eating well.
I
It
do
smells like a
appreciate you
sewer's
guys.
asshole.
I think
I
I
do
haven't been
appreciate you
barefoot.
guys.
Jono, you do
I haven't been
appreciate
barefoot in the French Quarter yet. That's one of the issues.
I just want to say I do appreciate you guys. I enjoy what you guys do. I find you guys very entertaining. I know my Saints Twitter audience doesn't, but that's what makes the fun
there's
of sport.
A lot of them watching though.
I just have one request. I told Saints this last year, so I'm kind of upset that I'm being delegated once again to call-in duty. But next time, I want to be on the show. You see where Dr. Pless
I was
is, right?
trying to
That's where
arrange
I
that.
wanna be. I
was trying to arrange that.
Hey, come on tomorrow night with us.
Come on Friday with us. No,
Come on,
not
Fan
tomorrow
Friday.
night. Come on and fan Friday.
Friday we have Yo
We'll,
Murphy.
we'll,
Go $5.
y'all have a great lineup. We'll do it for the next matchup.
How about we do a post game? Win or lose, you're coming on
Hey, win or lose, we'll do a post game. How about that?
When's the post game?
Monday.
Is it?
Well,
We could possibly make that happen.
The game
Yeah.
is on Sunday at 1, so our post game is probably.
Oh no,
gonna
our
be-
post game will be Sunday. Sunday,
Yeah.
Sunday 7, somewhere there.
Well, I'll be at the game.
He's going to the
I'll
game.
probably be shit-faced and out. Yeah, so I won't be available Sunday. But
That's awesome.
He's gonna be licking
make it
his
happen.
wounds
We
anyways.
gotta- The great, I'm sure you guys would much rather me come on after a loss than what I think is going to be a win. But if nothing can pop
We
off
shall see.
this week, we'll have the next matchup. And where Dr. Pless is, no offense, Dr. Pless, you are a great guest. You gave great analysis. I want to
Appreciate
be in
that.
his spot. So I wish you guys well. Again, here's to a healthy matchup. Bucs fans, you guys are such a great.
Hey, before you hang up,
man.
because we make every caller do this before they, at the end of each call, we have something that we make each of our callers do. Can you give us a fuck the Saints real quick?
A what?
Fuck the Saints.
Fuck the Saints. Can you give us one of those real quick? Just real quick.
Oh God, you guys are still.
It's just something that he
He
hung
hung
up.
up.
Wow.
He hung up. Oh,
He couldn't do it. That's sad.
No Saint said blue cheese. They were expecting the chicken wing question.
Yeah,
That's what I was
Cajun
expecting.
Buck says he eats boneless wings. Anyway.
Boneless wings.
he does. He sounds like a boneless wings guy, doesn't he?
Definitely a boneless
Yeah,
wing. That's why I
definitely
didn't. That's
sounds
why I didn't even ask them that question.
Yeah, definitely.
Boneless
And
wings.
Rodzilla says, "Who will throw more touchdowns to Bucs players, Brady or James?" I'd be betting on James, honestly. I think we're gonna get a pick six. It's overdue. Antoine, I feel it. It's either Antoine or Carlton Davis are gonna.
I
get a
think
pick
Mike
six.
Edwards.
Oh, Mike Edwards. Oh. Last time Mike Edwards got a pick six, he ended up with the second one the very next play.
Yeah. I'm feeling a big game for Mike.
24 gets his hands on balls. He had a couple breakups.
He does.
Devin White with the pick six.
I like
Devin White. Okay.
All right.
Plus,
what if I think all of them could get a pick
Tryon
six?
almost had a fucking pick, bro. It was a thing of beauty too.
He should have had it.
Coverage.
He should have had it, dude. We're going to go to one last call, okay? I'm going to go to the Penthouse hotline. We're going to go to 269.
I'm trying to fuck, bro.
This is the last call. You have 60 seconds, 269 area code. Go
That's all
ahead.
that's all I'm giving her, 60 seconds. So you have 60. Let's go.
Go ahead.
Good evening, Pete. Hey, Jonas, you cocksucking motherfucker.
Hey,
I called you.
Whoa. We're friends.
I
Oh,
called
let
your
him go.
punk.
Let Tom go. Go ahead, Tom.
I called your punk ass out last year. You don't respond. Hey, listen. Here's your phone call from tonight. Blah, 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 blah. Penthouse. Blah, 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 blah. You sound like Charlie Brown's teacher. Hey, I've been to the Penthouse strip club on frickin' what is it, Bourbon Street? Yeah. From noon to 4, it's a C-section, baby. Hey, you want to see girls with C-sections? That's where you go. Hey, I'm coming for you, and I came for you last year, and you ducked away like a little bitch. I'll see you on Friday on Fan Friday, you little hoe.
Whoa! Holy shit!
Tom is hot.
Wow.
Tom is hot.
Tom was
Tom
not in the
is
waiting
hot.
list. He was not in the waiting room until just like a minute ago. He could not wait for Jonah to get off the fucking
What did
phone.
John do to Tom?
Tom is pissed off, dude. This has to happen. We
What
have
did
to
you
have
do
this
to him,
happen.
John?
Holy
What
shit.
did you do?
Yo Murphy is gonna witness a fucking war. Yo Murphy probably will leave the show.
That was unexpected.
I've
Yo,
never
Murphy.
heard Tom be so aggressive.
He was
legitimately pissed, bro.
He brought out C-section smack on him.
Everybody keeps asking about Couple Latte. Guys, at some point I'll bring it back. I'm in the middle of a fucking remodel, okay? Poppy's stressed right now.
Listen, on the next Buccaneers podcast, we're gonna have a couple latte segment.
That thing's still alive?
You're stressed. Listen, you're stressed, and yet you're perfectly centered. You know, you got the microphone on your sternum, perfect. Pless, professional. Me, always up. Stanker is slouching in his chair. The lower thirds have been hugging his chin the entire. Look at that. You could have sat up the whole time. You
wearing a
piece
bra?
of shit. Yeah. What?
Yeah,
is
it's
that
Is that a G-Unit bra?
It's a big man, bro.
No, he's wearing one of those training bras.
Yeah. See that ancient ass tattoo?
What's that other tattoo? What is that little symbol there?
What is that symbol on the bottom of your?
There's one love.
Oh, one love. Okay.
Yeah.
It's pretty stupid.
Yeah. Me and my wife have matching one love tattoos.
Why do you have a 76 tattoo? Is that when you were born?
It's the year the Bucs were born. It was also the year
We
that
got
Stank was born.
117 people in here. Only 41 likes is kind of disrespectful. Number one. Number two, I just want to thank Pless for coming on the show. And he's also, if you're not subscribed, Real Bucks Talk. He just dropped the video right now. I don't know how he did it. He did it with his big dick. He's got the Camarda dick. He probably hit enter with his fucking dick on the keyboard, but he's got a film story. Buccaneers defense versus Cowboys. I think that's going to be a sexy video.
Well, no, he uses his dick on the telestrator.
He did.
Oh yeah, probably.
He does. He does. Wait, what?
Yeah, it's hands free, bro.
Speaking of hands free and sexy, this weekend the Buccaneers play the New Orleans Fuck the Saints, and you guys can join us and watch that game at the lovely, sexy, amazing Penthouse Gentlemen's Club in Tampa. All you can eat wings and other foods, and of course their 5-star steakhouse will be open for anything off the menu. Okay, they
That's the
have
best
a
news.
5-star steakhouse, no joke. Okay, your first beer or your first Bacardi is on the house. Bacardi will be in there. There will be some cool swag. We will be there. The game will be on. The sound for the game will be on. The lights will be dim. Kind of got some, atmosphere lighting going on. We got sexy lingerie-clad bartender, sexy lingerie-clad server. It's gonna be a fucking amazing time. But you guys have to register before you enter. You can't come up to the door and be like, yo, I'm here for the loose cans party. Let me get it. Not gonna work that way. And if they let you in, it's gonna charge you probably double. So $40. Click the fucking link at the top of the chat. It's pinned. I'll add it to the description after the show as well, or find it on social media. You guys have to join us. This is going to be every single away game, but let's make the Saints one the fucking first one, the most amazing one. So, plus, I expect to see your registration go through. Stank, I expect you to also pay and register before you go. Latte, you're on me, of course. No big deal. All right, guys, everyone out there, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you are new. Again, check out Real Bucks Talk. That's where Dr. Pless usually lives, and he actually uses his actual born British accent. Okay, it's amazing. It's unbelievable. I don't know why he doesn't break it out here. No, makes no sense.
One more for Rodzilla. The girls at Penthouse will be swinging from Camarda's pole.
That's right.
That's true.
The pole in front of our section from here on out will be called Camarda's pole. All right, can't wait to Camarda all over the fucking Saints' faces.
By the way,
on
I don't
Sunday.
like this shit, Sam. I'm gonna address it more on Fan Friday, but this shit that fucking Jono tried to pull on us. Fuck you for that, bro. You're
He's
cool.
befriending
You're
everybody.
befriending and being nice.
We don't trust it.
I think you have a feeling you know what's coming. You're trying to be fucking nice
Yeah,
and shit.
it's either
flipping on us.
It's either voodoo or he's trying to sow his. You know, he's
Off on the
making
blow.
He knows it might be an ass whooping. So
I
he's kinda
felt sometimes I feel like somebody's sticking a pin in my side.
That's your.
Wonder if he's got
that's your
loose cannons voodoo dolls, bro.
And don't you have like arthritis? Bad bones? Don't you? No.
Bad bones.
Yeah, don't you have like wooden teeth?
Wooden teeth, Jesus. Holy fuck. Wooden teeth. I have that same habit.
Bro, I wish I had wooden teeth, bro. That would be the biggest flex ever.
No, it would not, dude. All right.
Yeah, it would.
Thank you, everybody. Go Bucs. We'll see you guys on Fan Friday. And yes, Yo Murphy, former Buccaneer wide receiver, the guy who put us through some fucking hell a few weeks ago in that video, which you all should absolutely
What
watch,
video
by
are you
the way.
talking about? What video?
It's us getting our asses kicked, seeing if we could survive a NFL wide receiver set of drills. Which
Is it on the Loose Cannons YouTube page?
Yes, sir. It's the first episode of our Loose Cannons vlog series, so you guys got to check it out. Got to watch it.
Dr. Pless, did you see it? Did you see the video?
We're talking about it on Friday.
I haven't watched it yet.
No, he's gonna break it down in the next episode.
You need to break down the film of that video, please.
Yeah, of
break down
RBT.
the film, break down our footwork, bro. I need a doctor. I'm not playing around, bro. You don't do it in a fucking British voice, but I would love a breakdown of that video and get your thoughts on who had the best footwork.
Yeah,
you
at
can
least
leave
a
Devin out
segment.
because he's disqualified. He threw up.
He threw up and he quit early.
Competition.
Yeah, you guys check it out.
Got it.
Videos
I'll put in
on
the
there.
work.
It's on a different playlist. It's awesome. I think it's pretty fun. Yo Murphy will come on Friday. We'll do our Fan Friday call-in show, and he'll also break down what he thought about us on that fateful day. So, love you guys. Thank you so much, Pless.
Yeah, no problem.
Go Bucs.
Thank you,
And
guys.
oh, hey,
Go
Pless,
Bucs.
can you end it with a fuck the Saints, Pless?
Fuck the Saints.
Yes.
Love it.
Go Bucs.